And I'll introduce Seeds of Wisdom team as a special guest today on Crypto Ledger. Seedsofwisdomteam.com is your website. Salty is the founder of that. And Arjax is a great, what would we say?
Instigator.
Yeah, instigator. She's your right-hand woman keeping things afloat with the team there. But a humanitarian organization that does a lot for the community, and also has been in the process of teaching different members about the cryptocurrency market. So we're just kind of doing a Q&A today with some questions and answers that people, generally speaking, may have concerning the crypto market. So the floor is yours.
Well, the floor is ours. Thank you for such a nice introduction. And I'm very honored to be here with you and my friend Arjack that has been with me since almost at the start. She sees the mission and it's education, and that's the same path you have.
That's
so
right.
Nathan, I appreciate all you're doing, and I love that you want to do a call together. We got lots of questions, and I bet you can answer them.
We're going to try. We'll start firing away, and let's see what we can dig into and pick my brain a little bit, and we'll see what I do know and what I don't know.
So let's say that we went back to biblical days of silver and gold, trading chickens, bartering and things.
Right.
We all know about bartering. We all know about the money. We went from a handshake to a bank account to debit cards to credit cards. Our world is changing. Now here comes this whole new industry with the crypto market. What is the crypto market? How did it get started? Why is it important? And will it fail? Can you just tell us some basics on it?
Definitely don't think crypto market's going to fail. I think it's here to stay. In fact, those that watch my channel at all have seen that I've talked about that at length, that it is here to stay. And that's one of the reasons I encourage people to invest if they want to in some of these cryptocurrencies that have utility value. And there's a difference between utility tokens versus what you would call a meme coin. And, we've touched on that as well. Going back to your original question with, gold and silver being traded as the original form of money, I think that goes back to the Bible days. In my opinion, there's a verse that says that God says the gold is mine and the silver is mine. And, since the beginning of time, gold and silver has kind of been the standard, what you would call the gold standard for trading and bartering with something of value. So with that being said, different cultures have used different items of trade down through the centuries. And, we don't need a history lesson on that because we all understand that. But my point is that if you look at the way things are now in the United States, and actually mostly around the world, we've gone to a fiat system, and fiat means based on really nothing. Different writers will say, well, the fiat system's based on the full faith backing of the United States government. Okay, that's all well and good, but really and truly it's based on the backs of the American people to produce things of value. And the money itself is literally printed out of thin air by the Federal Reserve, which isn't federal, by the way. I know most people listening or watching this know that. But we are going through a transition right now where it seems that a lot of countries are buying gold very, much en masse. They're buying a lot of gold. The United States, from what I understand, is the largest gold owner of all the countries of the world. And so that puts us in a great advantage in that sense. But the problem is our money is not backed by anything. It's not backed by gold and silver. So how does that tie in with cryptocurrency? Well, we've got to get all of it fixed. That's what it boils down to. We've got to get our monetary system fixed. And we also have to integrate the digital side, the digital meaning the cryptocurrencies that are digital currencies. We've got to get all that fixed as one unit. And that's what's being done in the study of what we do here on Crypto Ledger. That's what's being done with looking at XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, some of these different, I've got them actually posted here on the screen for us to look at. Dogecoin is obviously very popular right now. USDC is a stable coin. That would be a stable coin, of course, is a coin that is backed by U.S. treasuries and cash and gold and so forth, always equal to $1. These cryptocurrencies are being utilized to establish a new form of trading. And what we're looking at, and really from the research, we think that we're going to a gold standard. We're going back to a gold standard for our currencies. Now, I've kind of run some rabbits on there, so y'all help me out with some more questions and kind of add to this.
The Bible talks about the gold and the silver, like
Right.
you said. And then our Constitution also talks about gold.
Okay, let's stop there. Yeah, you said it's the Constitution. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because that's where I had the brain lapse on the question Constitution. So let me ask you a question. Our gold, based at the U.S. Treasury, is based on a number, a value. Do you know what gold is valued at today? The U.S. Treasury?
No, I don't.
$42.22.
That's not very much. It's going to have to revalue then, isn't it?
Okay, so that brings up an interesting point. Whenever what we call the fiat system was established, and you got to go back to Bretton Woods, which I believe is New Hampshire. They call it the Bretton Woods Agreement back in it was post-World War II. And there were several countries that came together. They came to the United States soil and they agreed that the currency, the United States dollar, which at that point was gold-backed, and it was valued, I think, at $35 an ounce. That currency would be the more or less the gold standard currency for the world to trade on. And then, little by little, as countries began to, deal with the United States, and they wanted their money in gold instead of dollar bills, things began to kind of unravel with that system. And I'm not going to do a history lesson on that because it's quite lengthy and too many boring details, but I will skip forward to 1971, where Richard Nixon completely took us off the gold standard, and we're 100% fiat at that point. So at that point, our dollar was no longer backed by gold at all. And so, look at 1971, 81, 91, and then all the way to 21. What's that, 50-something years that we've been operating, with no gold standard at all. We realize that our debt ratio and the shape that our country is in, and I think how many trillions is it now that our national debt is? It just keeps climbing, and so it can't be sustained. We are in a position where we have to go back to a gold standard. We have to. Now, with that in mind, whether we have a dollar bill in our wallet or a dollar stable coin in a digital wallet, doesn't matter which one of those we have, it has to still be backed by something solid. It still has to be backed by gold. And so the digital form will basically just represent what's in your pocketbook let's say you have a $100 bill in your wallet, and that $100 bill is not fiat, but it's gold backed. And so with that in mind, the digital version just represents the $100 bill that's in your wallet. Okay, so it's always one-to-one. And I'm talking about a stable coin now. I'm not talking about cryptocurrency like XRP or XLM, because that's kind of a different animal. So looking at a stable coin such as USDC, and then the RLUSD, which is coming out any day now by Ripple. Some people call it the real USD or the real dollar, the real stable coin. That stable coin, along with USDC, they are going to always be tied one-to-one with the US dollar. Now, the cryptocurrencies such as XRP, XLM, and XDC, some of these well-known cryptocurrencies, they're getting more well-known all the time. They're not going to be based on a dollar. They're based on the value of, kind of like, for instance, if you was to invest in a stock, like Apple or Tesla stock. And so they can go up in value. They can also go down. But the cryptocurrencies that we have, that we're investing in this market right now, these utility tokens represent blockchains that are actually facilitating trade. We're looking at, and let's just use the XRP ledger because it's probably the one that's the most common for us to think about. XRP is the token and the XRP ledger is the blockchain. These blockchains are being developed to tie together economies around the world. And so you tie in the stable coin, which represents the dollar bill in your pocket, and the stable coin can purchase cryptocurrency, and that cryptocurrency can also go up in value. And we've seen that with Bitcoin. I mean, let's talk about Bitcoin just for a little bit. What y'all's thoughts about Bitcoin reaching $100,000 this past week?
That's expensive.
Yeah.
But you can buy a little bit of it, like $100 worth if you want to. And I do know that you can do that if you want to take advantage of it. But I just don't think that Bitcoin is going to be. It might be part like a token or something, but I don't think it doesn't have the power. It doesn't have the utility that XRP has.
Right.
And XLM. It just doesn't have it. So I don't know where it's going to fit in.
Well, they're talking about Bitcoin being more of a store of value more than a utility coin where you can trade or utilize it for commerce. In other words, taking Bitcoin to the mall and buying a couple of shirts with Bitcoin is not something that's that user friendly the way Bitcoin is set up. I don't think it was ever originally designed to be that way. Bitcoin is become a major player in the cryptocurrency industry because it is so valuable. The fact that it is worth $100,000 for one coin, and the fact that billionaires and countries are investing in it as a store of value. I know there's a lot of controversy over this, but personally, I don't think Bitcoin is ever going to go anywhere. I think it's here to stay as well. I mean, the fact that Senator Loomis from Wyoming is introduced a bill called the Bitcoin Act that actually creates a Bitcoin reserve for our country to continue to hold Bitcoin indefinitely, long term.
Yep.
And I know you know about that.
Yep, I sure do. And she is even calling for the U.S. to sell gold and buy more crypto or buy more Bitcoin.
Yeah. So with all that being said, Bitcoin, it's volatile, and we may see, and I'd like to talk about this on this podcast today. We may see a black swan event happen where all of these cryptocurrencies take a major dive. In fact, we saw a mini one today. I mean, XRP started out at 256 today or 261, and not too long ago it ended up at 216 on this chart, coinmarketcap.com, which I have up on the screen. Well, it's bounced back up to around 227. That's a pretty big jump from 260 down to 216, all in just a matter of a few hours. But so there again, let me ask you, if you're investing in Bitcoin and or XRP, XLM, some of these cryptocurrencies, what kind of strategy should a person have, knowing that it is a volatile market?
I know what my strategy is.
Okay.
That's when it goes way down, you buy a little bit more of it.
There you go. Now, okay, so since you said when XRP goes down, you're looking at buying, not selling. What most people that enter this market based on hype, and I wanted to touch on this today because I want those that are listening to the channel that may not really understand cryptocurrency, and so they're a little scared of it. And that probably is, I'm going to guess that's probably half of some of the people that listen to these podcasts, realizing that cryptocurrencies can go up and they can go down. Okay, XRP was 261 earlier today. It bumped down to 216. When you see that happening, should you sell while it's going down? Because you think, well, what if it goes down to 50 cents and I bought in at 260? I got to recover some of my assets here.
Not me. I will not, because I know the value is there. It is going to be the road work or the network that all money is going to be traveling on, and it is so fast and it's so much less than what the Swift system is giving everyone right now.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be the future of how our money is transferred from country to country and from person to person, peer to peer in the future. And with it having so much utility, it's not going to go away. It's not going to go down in value. It's going to always have value. And so I see it as a big investment, is part of my portfolio.
Okay. So when it takes a dive like it did today, it doesn't bother you, right?
No, I bought some more.
Okay. Okay. So you bought some more. That's a good strategy. And so being scared of a downturn with XRP is something you should expect to happen and be prepared mentally for it.
Right, expect it and just let it roll off of your shoulders. Don't even think about it because it's going to go right back up.
Right. Okay.
That's the way I look at it, and I look at all of the ISO 222 coins as part of the network, and they're all going to be doing that.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I want to go back to the screen, coinmarketcap.com, and I want to notice the very top is Bitcoin at 97,000 today, right now. Ethereum's at 3,700. And then the next one is Tether, which is just a stable coin worth $1, but the market cap is 138 billion. Okay, so after that's XRP at $2.27. Now I want to think about this. Bitcoin's 97,000, Ethereum's 3,700, and XRP is $2.27. Doesn't even make sense, does it?
No, it does not make sense. It's so undervalued.
Okay.
Totally undervalued. In fact, all of the ISO 222 coins are very undervalued.
Okay. And some of those would be Cardano, ADA, which is $1.03 right now. See your Stellar, XLM, 40 cents, is 27 cents right now. Another ISO coin. Okay.
There's IOTA and there's XDC.
Okay. IOTA, XDC.
Algorand.
Right.
ALGO. That's another one. There's like 8 of them.
Right. So let's think about that. All of those are trading at around less than $1. Some of them a few pennies. XRP is $2.27 right now. And the next one up the ladder in market cap is Ethereum, and it's at $3,700. Now think about what XRP can do. If you've been a student of XRP, what can it do in conjunction with or as opposed to Ethereum as a utility coin with the blockchain that it has? And so, Mike, I'm going to preface that question with the fact that XRP has yet to be unleashed to realize its true utility value. Now, one of the things we never do here is we never talk about, well, XRP is going to go to this amount or that amount. We don't push number hypes. But all I'm doing is contrasting the fact that XRP appears to be grossly undervalued, which is something you just mentioned.
Well, it has been held back from all of the court cases, and all of the coins have been held back because they all fear. They did not know what the regulations were, and they were, they don't know that they're going to be taken to court like Ripple. Ripple has been in court for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
With the SEC, on their back, and that has held back everything that could have been done using crypto over the last 4 years. It's all been suppressed pretty much.
Yes.
And so these coins are undervalued right now. And as soon as Trump gets in, I can see them just, everything's going to blossom in the crypto world when Trump gets in, because we've got Congress that is going to be positive on crypto,
right? And
we've got positive crypto president now, and the SEC chairman will be positive for crypto. So I see big things for crypto in the future.
I do too. Absolutely. Like you said, the entire team coming in with President Trump is pro-crypto. Now, I don't think that's an accident. Salty, what do you think? I mean, we can step into politics just for a minute, but what do you think about the fact that Trump is putting together a pro-digital currency team, and this transition that our country is going through, going back to a gold-backed currency? How do you think that fits in with the timing?
I think it's big time. I don't think that's an accident at all. And I also think every time you see Trump, who's the shadow? It's not the vice president. It's Elon Musk.
There you
Why
go.
is Musk out there talking to all these foreign countries, and why is he in the saddle?
Yes,
I don't think that's an accident.
that's right. Okay, and I
And looking
hadn't
at
really.
the political moves that he has made, what is Trump lining up for the next 4 years?
Yeah.
After he's out of office, who do you think's going to be out there? They're going to be pro crypto.
You bet. And the reason that I think all of this is going pro crypto with this new transition team is the fact that, like we've stated so much on these podcasts that we do, it's not going away. This is where we're going. Digital currency is the new gold standard. I mean, it's going to be backed by gold. Now, I'm not saying all digital currency will be backed by gold. I'm not saying that. Each country is still going to have to back their currency by the gold that they own. And that's where the central banks come in. And all of that's changing. You know, they're going from a fiat money producing, printing press type of thing to storing and owning gold. And so everything is shifting presently, and we are right in the middle of this transition. Now, the beautiful thing is, those of us that have our eyes open to it, is there a possibility, the fact that our eyes are open to it, and maybe we have put a few dollars in some of these utility coins, that there's an opportunity there for us?
I think it's a big opportunity. Crypto being new, it's not a tangible dollar bill that you have in your hand. What happens when say that electronically things go down? What do we do then?
Good question.
Yeah, we're still not ever going to get rid of the dollar. I mean, hidden in people's mattresses.
Right.
And that takes us back to the biblical times of what were you talking about a while ago? Silver and gold.
Right.
So to have a little bit of diversity in your portfolio with some, even if you just had silver coins or, all that, just have a little bit of everything. I think it's wise. You don't have to know everything about crypto. Just know a little bit about the economy and what's going on, and the pieces will come. Listen to your calls. You break it down in a great way.
Well, and what I'd like to say is regarding the infrastructure, and I know that there is a hesitancy because of what you would call hacking or different, digital electronic things that have the ability to fail. First of all, we're moving into Web3. And if people that don't know what Web3 is, well, the first internet that we had was the dial-up. You remember, you'd hear the
Right.
AOL, yeah, all that stuff, and you would dial up, and then AOL would pop up and say, "You got mail."
Yeah.
Okay, that seems like forever ago, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Was that what, in the 90s?
90s, yeah.
Okay. We've come from that to now, if you can't download a website on your phone, let alone a computer, like in a few seconds, you're thinking, man, we're slow service. It's awful. And it literally took, several minutes to load a page with dial-up internet back in the 90s. And so
I agree.
the generation that exists today doesn't even know what that's like. Now, where we're at in the cryptocurrency industry is kind of like going back to the 90s with the internet. So then they had the HTTP protocols that came out with Web 2, and that's kind of where we're at now, and we're transitioning into Web 3. So guess where a lot of our cryptocurrency hot wallets are based on, and that's Web 3 technology. Okay, so we're transferring into a different digital age, even with the internet. In fact, Visa has, and I put this on one of my podcasts several weeks ago, Visa is developing the technology where that you can utilize any wallet that you own or any cryptocurrency that you own, run your Visa card, and it can pull, let's say, for instance, you owned XRP or XLM and you had it tied to your Visa card. And you can be at a store and you wanted to purchase something, you run your Visa card and it automatically takes it out of that account, and it happens seamlessly. You wouldn't even, it's money. So you can kind of see where the direction is that we're going with the integration of these blockchains, with Visa, with Ripple and Swift being partners now. I mean, with over 11,000 banks and countries that the Swift system is, has customer base for, and Ripple now is integrated with the Swift system. Where we're going to be going in the next 10 to 20 years will probably blow our minds. But right now, we're on the ground floor.
Great analogies, putting it all together.
I do like the conversation. I think it's valuable. I want to put people's minds at ease. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about wallets. So I know you brought something up, Salty, regarding Zaman versus Uphold versus Coinbase. You want to address that or have a question about that?
Yeah, we get this a lot in the rooms, and we've got the Start Here room that breaks it down, but they still they still don't feel comfortable, so there's still questions. And today there's another one. All right, but why do I need a wallet? You need a wallet if you're going to have the crypto. All right, so what's the best wallet? What is Coinbase versus Lobster versus all the other ones? There's so many out there that they need to be careful, and they need to be very aware of. Don't give your safe words away, and be very, very aware of scammers.
Right.
So let's talk about those two topics.
Okay.
Different types of wallets and the scams.
Number one, you have wallets and you have exchanges. So, for instance, if you open an Uphold account, you've opened up an account with Uphold Exchange. And so what they serve is an intermediary for you buying cryptocurrency, since you're not buying it directly from Ripple, or you're not buying it directly from Zenfin for XDC, you're not buying it directly from Stellar for XLM. What they do is they purchase the cryptocurrency and then they resell it to you on the exchange. So if you download an Uphold wallet, a Kraken wallet, a Coinbase wallet, what's some others that's out there? A Trust wallet. Lobster wallet. Okay. So there's
a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of them out there. So now some of these serve as an exchange account, and some of them serve as what you would call a hot wallet. Okay. So what is a hot wallet? Okay. For instance, if you have an Uphold account, it's technically not a hot wallet because you don't get seed phrases with that when you open it up. You just open it. It's kind of like opening up a checking account, and they KYC you, which is know your customer. You typically have to send in you'll take a snapshot of your driver's license. They may ask you some security questions based on your history and all of that to verify that it's you. And that's all well and good. You open that up, tie your bank account to it, move some money into it, which happens instantly because they're on the real-time gross settlement system. And then you purchase whatever cryptocurrency they offer. Let's look at XRP. If you're holding XRP in your Uphold wallet, or I'm sorry, I need to rephrase that. Your Uphold account, it's an app on your phone. It's an account. Is there a better place for it? Well, our opinion is there is. And our opinion is that Zaman, and that's spelled Xaman, Zaman wallet. I'll see if I can pull this up on x.com. Okay, Zaman wallet. There it is. Xaman. The Zaman wallet is a wallet designed to put your XRP back on the XRP ledger. So if you open up a Zaman wallet, you can, let's say you bought XRP from another exchange, Uphold, Coinbase, or whatever. You can open up a Zaman wallet and you can move your XRP into this Zaman wallet, which is designed to keep your XRP on the XRP ledger. So you get a trust line. It's a bunch of letters and numbers, and that's unique to you. And so that XRP stays on that trust line, or stays on that, stays in your wallet, and it's there. I mean, to me, the Zaman wallet is the safest place to have your XRP because it's sitting literally on the ledger that it was designed to run on. Now, I understand there's a difference between cold wallets, where you actually take the cryptocurrency completely off the internet altogether, and you store it in a cold wallet, like a small, just like a thumb drive type of thing. And I don't want to get into really the details on that right now. But for most people, that are learning about this, they don't really want to go that route anyway, because it's a whole nother learning curve. But the Zaman wallet, I think, is something that everybody should look at. And if you go to my YouTube channel, I have about a 25-minute video that breaks down exactly how to move your XRP into a Zaman wallet and have it there and store it there. So that's something that you can look at as well.
Well, I've heard about hard wallets lately too, and could you explain what they are and how they work? You know, it's like something that you plug into your computer.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like a thumb drive type wallet.
Yeah, I did. I just mentioned briefly about that. A hard wallet would be one where you completely take your cryptocurrencies off the exchanges altogether, and you store it in a, like you said, it's a thumb drive type of thing. There's so much fraud that takes place right now in this, because we're literally like in the wild, wild west. And that's one of the reasons that people like myself and yourselves have given so much of our time to try to help people understand how to navigate this industry, because there are scammers out there. In fact, there is I'll see if I can find it. There's a scam going on right now with XRP, and Ripple just put out a little video on their x.com site that talked about not ever, okay, here it is. I've got it right here. This is Brad Garlinghouse, and he's talking about the fact that Ripple will never ask you to send them your XRP, because what's happened is there's some scammers out there that are saying, they watch this video and they're saying, you send us your XRP. Let's say you send us 1,000, it will instantly send you 2,000 back. So it's 2 for 1. Cost you nothing. It's just because Ripple's doing so good, out of the graciousness of our heart, we want to share with you our abundance. So you send us 10,000 XRP, we'll send you 10,000. We'll send you 20,000 back instantly. It'll happen just like that. Well, just as soon as you send them your XRP, guess what? Your XRP is gone, and you just gave it all away to a scammer. This is happening in real time. I mean, don't y'all know people that have had this happen to them?
I have heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is happening.
Right. So we want to encourage people to not be scared of investing in these types of cryptocurrencies, but we also want to caution you to become a researcher. For instance, the fact that you're listening or watching this particular podcast today, will help you learn a little bit more so you can navigate this and not be defrauded. But that's why I think, having your cryptocurrency on a hard wallet, or having it on the Examen wallet, or even in what's called a hot wallet. Let me talk about that. Trust wallet is what would be called a hot wallet. Any wallet that when you open it up, they give you seed phrases and you have to write down certain words. And that's what's called an actual hot wallet. And it takes it off of, let's say, Uphold or Coinbase, and it moves it into a wallet that you have control of all the time, and you have an app on your phone and whatnot. It gives you a lot of flexibility, but it also is completely separated from the exchange. And so that's also a good option as well.
Well, I hate to even mention other gurus out there that are talking about this, but yes, they say do not leave your crypto, your XRP especially, up on an exchange, whether it's a wallet exchange or any kind of exchange, because it just is not very safe there.
We do hear that a lot regarding the safety of exchanges. I personally don't worry about that. Now, let me clarify that. I believe in the Zaman wallet, and I fully believe in moving your XRP back onto the XRP ledger with the Zaman wallet. I firmly believe using a hot wallet is a good thing, like a trust wallet, or I think Coinbase even offers a hot wallet that's different from their Coinbase exchange account. So that's something you can look into. I do think that we're so far along in this digital transformation that I don't foresee, and this is just me talking, I don't personally foresee a major exchange that is doing things like they're supposed to, going down and defrauding people of millions and millions of dollars. Because what would happen is it would undermine the trustworthiness and the desire for the average person to get involved with investing in cryptocurrency. And so I think we've moved past that stage. Like, again, that's just me talking. And personally, I have some tokens on, on an exchange, and they're there. I'm not worried about it. That's just me. If you don't feel comfortable with that, then, by all means, move it to somewhere where you feel like it's safe. But it's a good point you brought up, R. Jackson. I appreciate the question.
That was something that I have never used a hard wallet. And so I really didn't know exactly how they work and how safe they were. But I do know that there's also some scammers that sell these wallets on places like Amazon.
Yes.
Where it's just, it's not from the manufacturer.
Right.
And these people can put some kind of programming into those hard wallets that they can take all of the money, all of your crypto out after you put it in there. So, they're like pre-programmed to take all the money. So you've got to be careful about where you purchase these hard wallets.
Right. If you do purchase a hard wallet, like a thumb drive type thing, definitely buy it from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Don't buy one on eBay.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying that some of them aren't for sale on eBay that are good, but what I'm saying is that's probably where if you was going to get scammed and you didn't do your due diligence, you may not get the right one. So yeah, good point.
I think this is really, really good. Back to the scamming thing. Nathan and I both have know somebody, two different people that got scammed.
Yeah, I do.
So when you see them on YouTube and Telegram, hi, how long have you been in the room? That kind of stuff. They're not your friends.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So let me show you this wallet. Buyer beware, because they're not your friends.
Yeah, or if you get a video that's Brad Garlinghouse offering you free XRP, run, delete it, or just move away from it, because you're not going to get any free XRP from Brad Garlinghouse. That's not happening.
No, it's not. And it's so, people are innocent, they're trustworthy. We try so hard to educate people. Ask questions. Don't do anything at the spur of the moment. Think about it, research it, learn it before you ever move into it. A cold wallet, lobster wallet, Coinbase, Uphold. What is all these terms? What is? Re-listen to the calls. Go back and listen to how you break it down on your calls. You do a great job. So It is overwhelming to learn something brand new, but they can do it.
They can do it.
It's not that hard. Yeah, there's a lot of information. So learning to research and follow the ones that are trustworthy. That doesn't have an agenda. They have nothing to do but share information. They're not selling you a wallet. They're not asking you to give them your crypto or anything like that.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's something that we'll never do here. That's for sure. Now, we do want to clarify the fact that if you have questions, Seeds of Wisdom team has some great channels you can plug into. Just go to the website, and you can plug into some channels there where you can ask questions, and they'll, competent people will help answer some of your questions. And if you can post questions in the comment section of this YouTube video, and we'll do our best to answer those as well. So, there's places for help. Now, let's clarify something as well. If you had the chance to buy Apple stock when it was $2, or Amazon stock when it's $2, or Tesla when it was $2, or 2 cents, and you go back in time and you think, man, I wish I could have, but I didn't really know how to do it. Do you think maybe it's worth investing a little bit of time into educating yourself, knowing now what it's worth? So fast forward 5-10 years from now and possibly look at where the utility coins, what they may be worth down the road when this thing starts to build steam. And, like 1% of the world even knows about this right now. And the fact that you're listening to it, you're like truly blessed. And my point is this: become a student of what's going on. And I have so many people that, talk to me about these coins, and they kind of toy with the idea, but they don't want to invest enough time to learn about it. That blows my mind. You guys run into that too?
Yeah. Yep. If you want to have a car, you got to learn how to drive.
Okay.
Back in the day of the stick shift or the AOL that's right. It's a learning curve.
Right.
But if you learn the car, you could get electric car, you could get a hot rod, you could have all kinds of fun with it.
Right.
They can have fun jumping on the XRP wagon, but they've got to get the keys and take the lessons and learn it.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's a good place for us to close this out, because I don't want to take too much time of everybody's time today. But at the same time, I think we've covered a lot of interesting questions and answers, and we may do this again sometime soon and try to develop, we might even take questions from the audience and have them bring them in advance. You all could do that with some of your channels, and we can go from there. I think it's valuable, and we're here to be a help to people. And we want people to learn about this. We see the value of potentially where this can go. And it's kind of our humanitarian project, I guess you could say, by helping others understand on the front end of this. Any closing comments from you, Arjack?
Well, one other thing that I've been thinking about is that XRP has not been bought by the institutional, places. It just has not been exposed to any of the companies that are going to be buying it or using it. And so the investments have not gotten into the institutional area yet. So it's got so much room to expand. And plus, I think that there's a limited amount of XRP, that it's not going to be any more than that, or is it? Do I have that right? Or
XRP is pre-mined. There's 100 billion tokens. I think there's 37 billion that have not been circulated yet. But realize that Ripple themselves. See, when the XRP ledger was developed by David Schwartz and his co-founders of the ledger, they gifted 80% or 80 billion tokens to Ripple. Okay, so Ripple owns the lion's share of the XRP that's in the world, but they've been selling it. See, they're not in the hoarding business. They're getting it out there and they're selling it. They sell so much a month. To your point, there is a finite supply. Now,
right.
The industrial investors over the last quarter have come in to purchasing XRP. And that's one reason we've seen the price spike we did post-election. When President Trump won, and then this clarity, even though it's not official yet with all of these different pro-crypto team being in place, the very fact that President Trump is coming back and this pro-crypto cabinet is being put in place, immediately we started seeing institutional investors start to buy in. But one of the reasons why we're not seeing mass adoption of it yet is because we still need regulatory clarity. When that takes place and we get the RLUSD stablecoin out there, we got a lot of things that's going to drive this market. And when the banks get regulatory clarity in the United States, and the banks are cleared to say, okay, go buy all the crypto you want because you're going to have it to do business, we may not even be able to buy it ourselves. Now think about that. If you don't own XRP, when the banks start to buy it up, will you even be able to find it on Coinbase or Uphold? Now, we've seen the shortage of it last week whenever it started going up so fast. I mean, that's worth thinking about.
Yes, it is. It's a lot to think about. So if people want to get in on it, they need to do it right now if they're going to. That's for sure.
Well, the XRP model, the Ripple model, is not based on the retail investor. I'm just here to tell you that I have that documented. I have that with video documentation from people who work at Ripple. The retail investor, that's you and me, it's not designed for us. We just were blessed to be able to be a part of it. This is an institutional coin, and it's designed for central banks, for banks, and for companies to use for cross-border payments. Okay, it has a very unique use case. And I think, and if you look at my YouTube channel, I have a podcast that I did that clarifies that my belief is that the XRP coin is going to become the new world's reserve currency. And I really believe that. So think about that for a little bit. What if it does?
Yes, it might. Yeah.
What if it does? What's that going to do to the value of XRP?
Yeah.
So with all that being said,
profits on it, to be honest with you. And I mean, it could be another Bitcoin one of these days. That kind of price range. It could be.
Yeah, we don't know, but I mean, what if?
No.
Yeah, good thought.
There's really no limit that is going to be out there, except for when it does totally sell. Every one of them is sold. I mean, it's going to be priceless as far as I'm concerned. But we don't know where that's going to be. We don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Think about this. You talked about gold, and at the U.S. Treasury, our gold's valued at $42.22. They're going to revalue gold. Now we know gold's somewhere around, what is it, 2,700 an ounce or something right now?
Yeah, something like that.
What if they revalue gold at a higher amount? And I'm throwing this out there hypothetically. What if they revalue gold at a higher amount and then value our dollar, based on that? And then, of course, the cryptocurrency comes in behind that and is revalued as well. All I'm doing is throwing that out there as food for thought, in the sense that they're not done with this thing yet. They're not done with revaluation of currencies or gold. And cryptocurrency will benefit from all of that.
It will, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Salty, you got any closing thoughts or questions?
Well, stay educated, stay savvy. Jump in there and learn. Get your feet wet and know that we're a team and we're here to help.
Right.
Thank you for having us today. I hope we do it again.
Okay, so we're gonna sign off here in just a minute, and I want to thank R. Jackson for Salty for being on the channel today and giving us these questions, and it's been a great back and forth. We'll do it again sometime. This is Nathan with Crypto Ledger, and as I always say, I hope you have a great day.